Jessie Lambert from Abbotsford, BC. Ashlee Graham from Kensington, PEI, just outside of Charlottetown. They'll be our first prelim. First appearance for both bowlers on the Pins game. Although again, through the YBC and through different programs, they have competed nationally. So they do have lots of experience, not just this is what's new to them.
This is extremely new to a lot of bowlers. You've got some lights, you've got a crowd around you. You're the focus of everything right now for the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, and everybody that comes here desperately wants to not bowl a bad game. Just let me bowl halfway decent towards my average or something.
Playing for $50 a frame in these preliminaries. This is Ashlee Graham.
Okay, a little off the target with the first one, over to the left 3-pin. Try to square this off now. Fit the ball in the pocket. Cover the spare and try to carry the frame. Decent looking shot. Oh, it moved a little too much at the end. So that frame goes over to Jessie to start things off.
Ashlee is 15 and she's in grade 9. And she picks up the 15 count. You know, again, she may be disappointed in her start, but that 15 count, when it's all said and done, may be very important.
Exactly. So try to get this one up. A little off to the left again. Going to need to stay down a little bit more on the shot. Make sure you focus in on your target. That looked like a better delivery, but a poor result. Ball going right by the right corner. Tough break on that one. And she's going to have to try to pick up this corner, get the 15 points. Nope, 13 the final count. It's a little bit of a slow start for Ashlee.
So a good opportunity for Jessie Lambert to pick up another frame and another $50. Pretty succinct in what she was saying is the key to her shooting, and that's just hit the middle. She didn't hit it there, and with obvious results. And you know, sometimes it's like a lot of things. Maybe be simple. She picks up the spare and the frame. You know, keep it simple, stupid.
There you are, and that when she gets the break on, has the corner topple over for her to give her the spare. Ashlee, same frame, threw a ball that was as good as that, and got tapped on the right side, and it costs her that second frame.
And the head pin. Well, again, go back to what we said as we began, being around the head pin. You said, you know, these kind of things are going to happen, but better that you be around it than miss it altogether.
Yes, and I think I've only can think of a couple of people that have ever gotten strikes without hitting the middle with the first ball. And the ball went down there about Mach 3 and just sprayed pins all over the place.
And there's a good cover, exactly. She picks up the 15.
Here's one now. If Ashlee can get this first shot on the middle, get a little bit of confidence going again.
Like that. So takes advantage of the 15, the open frame by Jessie Lambert, and she picks up her first $50.
Better ball here, gets it out on the lane a little bit, stretches up through it and gets the good result at the far end, more importantly to carry that first strike.
Better around it, much to leave up the corner.
Gonna need to cover this spare now. I'm gonna move over a little bit to the left on the approach, use the angle across the lane, and that's got it perfect there.
So Ashlee appears to have settled down a little bit, and now Jessie Lambert has a chance with a strike to pick up the frame. Like that.
Nice shot there.
So she shakes off the punch and the open frame to pick up a strike and a frame.
Good balance at the end of this. Arm swing through the shot and right into the pocket. Carries them all. Picks up the frame and leads off now in 5. Pinfall's been great here when we get the ball on the side. A lot of strikes. It's the kind of house that makes the pocket just grow from this to this, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It feels like you can throw it anywhere within about 12-inch range to hit where you want it.
Yep. Well, now we've got our first carryover as Ashlee Graham matches the strike put up by Jessie Lambert, and we'll play for $100 here in 6.
It's close.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Boy, after her 2 opens in 1 and 2, she's marked 3 through 6. Ashlee Graham.
This ball looked like it was going to go in a little bit high. Manages to stay up there with good stuff on it. All 5 pins. Out the back door.
And look at that. Ashlee Graham will pick up the 2 frames and the $100 that goes with it, and we're all even.
So Jessie's got to make this spare now. Keep the pinfall in order. Ashlee's got a bit of an advantage right here, and there's a miscue, only a 20 count on the strike, and an open frame.
Gets her 15. Now it's time to regroup. You know, it's funny because it's noticeable. Her extension on those last 2 first balls in 6 and now in 7. Her extension not as much as when she was hitting the headpin.
Exactly, and she's just coming through a little quick, perhaps. Every miss that she's had has been over to the left side. Now she blows by on the right side and leaves a huge opening for Ashlee.
And you know, you can relate it, I think, somewhat to golf. You know, when they talk about swinging through and swinging that 6 inches past the ball, making sure your club head goes through that as she misses, and now that's back-to-back opens. The extension is just as important as the big high follow-through. You make sure you go right out to your target.
Exactly. You have to have that stretch through the shot. That's what keeps the good stuff on the ball and keeps you throwing consistently.
Like that. Boy, she just now has found it. Ashlee Graham will put up a 3rd consecutive strike, picks up another frame. Ashlee's mom and dad, Joy and Donnie, are here from Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown area.
Well, there's another set of aces. We've seen those in previous weeks. All of a sudden showing up at a time that she could really have used something that she could put a mark on, keep that pinfall rolling up on her side. But cover off the 15. going to force Jessie into making a mark, and she's struggled the last 2 frames, leaving both of those open. That's got it.
Very nice to get to 15.
And there's the pinfall that she was building up in 5, 6, and 7. Just comes to a screaming halt, Nate, with a set of aces.
But she's in control of the pin count, and it's just a reminder that if we are tied in money at the end of the game, we'll use the pin count. And right now that's well in Ashlee Graham's favor.
Jessie's got to get back on the middle now. She struggled last 3 frames to hit it. It's going to struggle here as well.
What is the most common problem or something that afflicts a bowler, for example, in golf? You know, putting, you'll get the yips and you won't be able to control it and bring the putter through. As this is a 3rd straight open frame now for Jessie. And the frame will go to Ashlee Graham. That gives her 250 now, and she's right on the verge of going over. What will a very good bowler suddenly develop as a problem?
Usually there's a couple of things that you can boil it down to the very basics and say, A, I have to hit my spot, and I got to make sure that I hit it. That is, watch the spot until the ball rolls over top of it. So you really got to be conscious that the ball is really going where you think it's going. And it's very easy to fall out of that habit, because if you're rolling well, you start throwing the ball up there, and you start lifting your head a little sooner, and pretty soon you don't know if you really did hit the spot or not. And the second one is follow through. Try to get that follow through consistently on the lane. If you can do those 2 things, you're going to hit the pins you're aiming for, guaranteed.
You can just see it in Jessie's face. You know she's struggling right now. She manages to pick up the 15, but that's 4 straight. Opens.
Not making the debut she would like to.
So an opportunity to advance here.
Swings.
And that will give Ashlee, if she can pick up the spare here, give her the trip to the quarterfinals.
And she's already got enough in pinfall. She's got the 5 frames, so she'll move on.
There it is.
Moves on a little more money now.
Yeah, a little emphasis. Picks up the spare, picks up the 50. And Ashlee Graham from the Kensington area side of Charlottetown, PEI, will advance. Gives it a rattle and a roll.
Just about. So after a slow start with missing the middle in 1 and 2, she has hit it all the way home. Strikes in 3, 5, 6, and 7. And that was enough to move her along. She's going to try to make the spare now. Cover it up with a strike, hopefully, for a 30 count. And that's what Jessie would have to bet her in the 10th. Just a little shy of it. 265 her final, a 20 count in the 10th.
And Mom and Dad will watch Ashlee advance.
Oh man. Well,
From bad to worse.
that's it for sure. She finally cracks the middle in the 10th with a decent shot, and the aces remain. This last 2-pin will give her a 177 score. Disappointing, and $150 in total. But a little more experience to bring back perhaps the next time.
Absolutely. Jessie Lambert will not advance. Ashlee Graham will, as she bowls at 265, wins $350. The 15-year-old from Prince Edward Island at some debut here on the TSN Pins Game.